Hi, it's your girl Char Johnson, and we have another episode today here on Akron Hip Hop YouTube, Mecca Media Entertainment, Chit Chat with Char. I'm going to talk about a topic that is talked about, joked about, all type of things said here in our community. Yes, it's child support. This is something that we all need to address, but we need to address it in a better way that we do. So today I have two guests that's going to help me bring this topic out today. I have Bobby from Cloud9 and the legendary rapper KC. I'll be back in a minute and we're going to talk about this topic.
Cloud9 Herbal Gallery, located at 71 North Adams Street in Akron, Ohio. Come in and check out vapes, edibles, CBD therapeutic products, roll your own goods, and more. Don't forget, we have all of the popular tobacco brands at state minimum. We also have incense, organic soaps, essential oils, therapeutic oils, and a variety of apparel and accessories. Operating hours are 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 5. Remember to elevate yourself here at Cloud9 Herbal Gallery.
What's up with you? 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 What's up with you?
Tell me why you're here on the late night. I'm not trying to hide what I'm feeling inside.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Rock the beat. Rock the beat. Rock the beat. Rock the beat with your hands.
Cutting and scratching, break your teeth catching. Cutting and scratching, break your teeth catching.
Tell me why you're here on the late night. I'm not trying to hide what I'm feeling inside. Is this real? Tell me how you feel. 'Cause tonight I'm through. As long as I don't know what's up with you.
What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you?
Jazz could be a state of mind.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Here we go again.
Rock the beat. Rock the beat. Rock the beat. Rock the beat with your hands.
Cutting and scratching, break your teeth catching. Cutting and scratching, break your teeth catching.
Tell me why you're here on the late night. I'm not trying to hide what I'm feeling inside. Is this real? Tell me how you feel. 'Cause tonight I'm through. As long as I don't know what's up with you.
What's up with you? 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 What's up with you?
Jazz is life. It's every day. It's everything that you do, everything that you wish to do, everything you dream. So jazz is never one thing. It's everything.
know if you need anything, I'm here.
Face wasn't with you when you was dodging them bullets, nigga.
Sure you didn't tell nobody else?
Come on in, nigga. You ain't ready for the jungle. This is what the fuck you need to do. Tell me what happened. Yeah, sometimes you gotta mix it up a little bit. Get in, get out. That's the truth. You just wrong, baby. Tell you what, Tyrell. You do shit?
Hello?
Look, maybe Tyrell is a good guy. Maybe he just got caught up in the wrong thing. But you gotta understand, I can't just write him off just because you say so.
Get out on the fucking ground, nigga! Get down, nigga!
Countless murders in the city of Akron.
Bro, but it's the wrong way and the right way to do shit, man. And that was the wrong way.
Yes, we are back. I'm your girl, Char Johnson. We are here at Akron Hip Hop, yes, on YouTube. And like I said, we're going to talk about child support today. So today I have Bobby from Cloud9. How are you today, darling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. And I have rapper, producer, the legendary KC from the company. How are you today?
I'm fine, and how are you doing today?
I am marvelous. Now, usually, you guys, we always say ladies first. But since we're talking about child support, I think that I would like to go ahead and address this gentleman first. So, tell me, do you have children?
Yes, 2 wonderful boys and a little girl that I don't get to see often, but 2 wonderful boys.
So you have 3 children altogether? Okay. Are your children grown? Do they live with you? Or are you in their lives? Why don't you tell me just briefly a little bit about the relationship between you and your children?
Well, let's start off with my daughter. The mother was fickle, doesn't know what she wants to do, and she decided that she didn't want to let me in her life let me in my daughter's life for whatever reasons that she had, and she's being real difficult to track, contact, talk to. As far as my 2 boys, one is 27, just turned 27, and the other is 9, and yeah, he lives with me.
Okay. So you have one that lives with you that you take care of full time. And you also said that you have a daughter that you do not get to see. Have you ever been able to see your daughter from birth?
I was able to get 2-3 pictures from her by the time she was about 7-8 months old.
So your $1 million question that we all want to know: do you pay child support? Have you paid child support? And how do you really feel about child support?
Well, as far as my daughter's concerned, yes, there has been some child support that I have to take care of and pay. As far as my 9-year-old is concerned, me and his mother already came to that agreement and had that situated. The way I feel about child support, the problem I have with it is, why pay for a car that you can't drive? And I know that's really not a good way to look at it, but I can't see my daughter. She's being the way she's being, not the daughter, the mother. And I just don't feel it's fair to pay child support for a child you can't see, you can't talk to, you can't hold, caress, touch, kiss the boo-boo, anything. And I feel that some women use that child support thing to try to dictate, control, and basically just make the man's life a living,
Okay. So, from my understanding, from a lot of conversations that I hear in the community, that is like a common way that the guys look at it. Now, Bobby, you're a mother, correct?
Yes, I am.
And you have children. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about your situation real quick and tell me, how do you really feel about child support?
Okay, I am a proud mother of 3. Okay. I have a 21-year-old daughter, I have a 12-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old son. I get child support for one. I never received child support for the 21-year-old. I was a single mother raising her. I was a teenage mother raising her. My 3-year-old, I'm right now in pursuing of child support due to a nasty separation and divorce. And as far as child support is concerned and my feelings about it, I do think that is necessary. However, I do feel like it is perceived in a very negative way in our community because I'm going to keep it all the way 100. We women do use it as a weapon to break our men down when we cannot get from them, or if they hurt us, if the relationship was sour. That is the go-to weapon. And we know hitting their pockets is what is going to hurt them. So, I do got feelings about that. However, the bottom line is providing the child's well-being is what's ultimate. And child support, if that's the necessary route that needs to go because two parents can't sit down and be civilized, then that's what you need to do. However, I feel like if you can go another route, go the other route because it's what's best for the child.
So I have a question that I want to ask you both, and I'm going to give you both maybe 30 seconds to give me a quick summary about this question. So my question is, do you think that the government uses child support to regulate how we deal with one another in our own community?
Yes, definitely. If you look at the whole synopsis behind it, the government doesn't want the man in the household with the woman once they have a child. They basically force the man out, especially if she's on welfare or some situation of that nature. They force the man out. So then they force the woman, in most cases, to go and file for child support, or you won't get your benefits or your help. So now they're taking from the man the money that he needs to maintain and do for himself. And I say this because I've been through this part of it where...
So we're going to get into that.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you have about 30 seconds to let me know because what he's talking about, he's trying to go into before we go on the break.
Okay. Yes, I'm one of them. I hate to say it. Well, I don't have to say it. I own it. I am a government theorist type person.
Well, why don't you tell our audience?
I'm always thinking the government is plotting some kind of way to hinder our culture, our community. I can't speak for other cultures, but I can only speak for mine. And I can speak from experience, period. Like I said, my daughter is 21 years old. I pursued child support for her for many, many, many years. And I mean, so many pitfalls were set up, not just for myself, but for the male as well. And it's a no-win situation set up for the male. It's sad, it's hurtful, and if you have a compassionate heart and you're pursuing this for all the right reasons and not the wrong reasons, you will see them. But you will not see them as the mother and as the woman if you just in there scorned and you just doing it for malicious intentions. But if you're really doing it for the well-being of your child and you're sitting up here and you're looking at the system and how it's set up, it's not set up to benefit the household, it's not set up to bring the family back together, is not set up to mediate co-parent, to move them away from or teach them how to do this without the government. Is really set up for the government. This is another control tactic.
Okay. So I see that you both agree. Now we're getting ready to go on break, you guys. And when we come back, Chit Chat with Char will continue. And I am going to tell you both my opinion, because we're going to agree to disagree. And we're going to have this conversation with our community, and we'll be right back.
My label, Temple Records and Legion Records, we're going to sponsor a showcase for the best artists in the Midwest.
And you know, I manage the best rapper in the city.
And the winner, whichever one of you is going to be, will receive a worldwide release.
He's one of our best artists, man. And you could be too, son. All the video shoots, the concerts, the groupies, the good weed, all this can be yours, man. We've been doing this for 20 years,
Listen to
okay?
this, man. Listen to
20
it.
years, man. We got it on lock. Social media, digital marketing, the whole nine, man. Our people are all over the place. And you can be too. All we need you to do is sign on the dotted line, and you could be our next star.
Murder. When you fucking with a rhyme slayer. Yeah. When you fucking with a rhyme slayer. Smith with so spit, I rhyme slay. You rap for free, but not me. My raps are like pure yay. You got my fee and a beat a bottle with E&J. Tell BET you got BDG in about 30K. Deal done. Ay, grind over. Tell your man at the top that the game's over. My flow terrific, I'm gifted right for your favorite rapper. He not a rapper at all, guess he your favorite actor. I got a feeling I'm killing, murder you. I got the label with poppin', we never heard of you. These niggas hating, I'm making paper, fuck how they feel. Eat a plate, bust a nut and count up 100 mil. T-Fix, I been a prick, I been a player. You a snitch, you been a bitch, you been a hater. Fuck them all, I got a ball, I'm about my paper. Get beat to death when you fucking with a rhyme slayer. Yeah. Causing panic and paranoia. Get the paper to cure the Crohn's and cousin Koya. So much murder and music, I had to get a lawyer. No T-Fix on your disc, I guess you just can't afford it. You gotta feel it, hoes catching feelings, I'm not your daddy. All I know is to pimp and get money out the caddy. Hit my phone, the same number, you're doing bad. Got some work for this nigga, he want it on his tab. Yeah, I've been flowing like I'm flowing, boy. BDG, no side, motherfucking ocean, boy. Yeah, motherfucking ocean, boy. Fuck with me, they ain't gone, found in the ocean, boy. More murder to the instigator. T-Fix, aka Rap Terminator. Fuck with me, nah, nigga, you fucking with my paper. Get beat to death when you fucking with a rhyme slayer. Yeah. Motherfucking Vicks, nigga. ANC, all in committee, nigga. Know who you fucking with before you run your motherfucking mouth. D-Boy and the B. Biatch. ANC to the death of me, lame niggas to the left of me, you know what I mean? Either all in or you all out, nigga.
Cloud9 Herbal Gallery, located at 71 North Adams Street in Akron, Ohio. Come in and check out vapes, edibles, CBD therapeutic products, roll your own goods, and more. Don't forget, we have all of the popular tobacco brands at state minimum. We also have incense, organic soaps, essential oils, therapeutic oils, and a variety of apparel and accessories. Operating hours are 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 5. Remember to elevate yourself here at Cloud9 Herbal Gallery.
And we're back. You're back with your girl Char you have Bobby from Cloud9, and we have the legendary KC from the company. So before we went on break, both of you guys gave us a little bit of history on your views on child support and shared with us some of your personal business as far as your children and child support. And when we went on break, I had to let everyone know, my guests and the community, I'm going to agree to disagree. Now, when you were talking about child support, you said that you felt like that it wasn't fair because you cannot see your daughter. Correct. Were you married to this woman when y'all had this baby?
No.
Did you guys sit down and decide that you were going to have children and sit down and decide how this child was going to be raised and those different things?
No.
So you didn't even make those type of decisions, but you feel that because you can't see her, that you shouldn't pay child support.
To some degree, yes.
I can't have it to some degree because, in all honesty, that's one of the biggest things and the biggest problems as far as our community is concerned. You're too indecisive. It's either you for it or you're against it, or it's either my way or no way. I mean, I'm just being honest. Is that why you feel that you should not have to pay the mother of your child or give up child support? Because really, you're not paying her. Really, what you're doing, you're assisting in making sure that this child is taken care of, because this wasn't a conversation you guys had before the baby was born. So I'm going to give you a few moments to, because see, I think you're taking it from a personal level. And this is something that I want to bring to the light for the community, because a lot of times when we're sharing information, see, you're the legendary KC. You're a rapper, you're a producer. So that means you hold some weight in our community. So when we're talking about things as far as the community, we need to sometimes set the personal aside. So why is it do you feel that it's not fair for you to pay child support?
The reason that I feel, as you are perfectly right, Char, it is definitely personal on me. A lot of it is because of the way that everything transpired. A lot of it is because the way that it all went down. So it is personal. But with that being said, I would like to say that, or let me correct myself, I will say that paying child support, or the fact that I don't like paying it, is because I'm not being able to see my child. All the extra steps that you have to go through, all the other red tape that they put you to or put you through. I don't think it's fair for the woman to be able to pick up the phone and say, this is my child's father. I ain't signed the birth certificate or none of that stuff. And next thing you know, I'm looking at my check and it's coming up short. Like, whoa, wait a minute. We haven't even got to that part of it. And for me to rectify the situation, or anybody to rectify the situation that's going through it, you basically have to start from not just the ground floor. You are starting from the basement, and they take forever to let you come up to get to where you need to be. So that's where the problem is.
Okay. We're going to marinate on that a little bit. Okay, so Miss Bobby from Cloud9. So you said that you were a teenage mother, that you had your baby as a teenager. And so my approach to you is going to be a little bit different, because as teenagers, we like to do things that we should not be doing. We like to explore things that we should not explore, and then when we get in situations, it's a woe is me or come help me. So you say you have been trying to get child support for 21 years. So the family did not step in, or no one. I'm just curious to, why are you still trying to pursue 21 years later? Because I'm assuming that your child is grown now.
Yeah, and you misunderstood that.
Okay.
I put that bone down a long time ago.
Okay, so you got to clear it up for me. Okay.
Yeah, I was just letting you know that I have experience for that long of dealing with the child support system.
Okay, and the audience will probably want
that's
to
my
know.
point.
Yeah, the
That's
audience
my
will probably
point
want
and
to
what
know.
I was saying in that. So I'm sorry if that point got misunderstood. No, I'm not still pursuing child support for my 21-year-old daughter. I raised her successfully. She's in college right now, doing great to become a teacher. She's living on her own. We done this. We got this done. I also took her to college with me, got done in 4 years. We handled our business. With that being said, the child support that I have between my children are like spaced out. So I got a 21-year-old, they all 8.5 years apart. It's just the way the stars aligned. It is what it is. Okay. Child support is something that is, the bottom line is, this is a very concrete, to the point type subject to me. Child support is necessary to take care of the child. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of emotion that get mixed up in it. It's a lot of personal. It's a lot of vindictiveness that gets mixed up in it. And we all get away from the parents, the mediators, the courts, the government. Everybody missed the point. And the point is the child needs taken care of at any cost necessary. However it needs to come down the pipeline and get done, it needs to get done. So whether you have to get it done forcefully, because the government got to step in and we got to go do all of this, or we could sit down like two civilized individuals like we did when we laid and we played and we made. Let's get her done. Okay, so that's how I deal with it. So with my two youngest, okay, I've been getting child support. My children's fathers are men. They work every day. And I acknowledge that they get their children during the holidays. They got them right now. I'm on break for the summer, okay? And they still pay their child support. They send extra. They send Christmas gifts. I don't have these type of issues because I'm dealing with men that don't have a problem with taking care of their children. And when you have those type of men and you're not giving them the kind of grief, I'm not going to give them that no grief. But also, I'm going to make sure mine is secured because I am a woman that had to separate from the relationship, and I was not, at some point in time, this child support issue came about and had to be established because we decided to separate. So therefore, I needed to secure the fact that I needed to make sure I could keep a roof over my children's head, our children's head, make sure that I can feed them, clothe them in the whole 9 yards, and that's not going to always be on me. We're going to do this together, the easy way or the hard way. We got decisions to make.
Now, see, yours is a little bit more educational and enlightening. And I did have to ask because you said I have been dealing with for 21 years. So, that question was like 21 years she been trying to get child support. I had to make sure I had it right. Okay, so I like the way you put that. And this is what I am saying to the whole community. And also, what I also have to say, to you, my brother. I understand that you're not, seeing your daughter or whatever, but also in the system. And this is no shade towards the men, but this is something that you guys need to be educated on. Just as much as you don't like she can pick up the phone and call and get that money, guess what? You can pick up that phone and call and get rights to see your child. See, a lot of men, when they talk about child support, they want to talk about what the female has done. But a lot of times I don't hear about what the men tried to do to rectify the situation because most of the time it's about, I don't want to pay. I'm saying this, so I want to share something with you guys before we go. I had a child, and I told the daddy he wasn't the daddy. I didn't want no child support, didn't want nothing. He picked up the phone, took me to court. I had to go and get a blood test.
Yeah, they took you down. That's I call that getting took down and through.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I said it wasn't his. They made me do a blood test.
Yes.
Or they was going to take my food stamps.
Yes.
Because I told them I didn't know who the baby daddy was.
Ability is what that's
Do you understand? And then I end up having to pay child support. And he got his rights and his mother did too.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is what I want to say to the men in the community. You need to educate yourself. You need to know who to talk to. You need to get around the right people and the right support. Because when it comes to children, in all honesty, if you don't have a plan through the beginning, the child is the one that suffers. And then we all get upset, but we weren't getting upset when we was rolling around, like you said, in the hay. You got to understand, for every action, there's a reaction and there's a consequence. And then I want to touch on something real quick. And you guys, come back because I think this is something that we need to revisit and do a part 2. So, all I want to say is we always want to say what the government is doing as far as keeping us from the households and so forth.
Cloud9 Herbal Gallery, located at 71 North Adams Street in Akron, Ohio. Come in and check out vapes, edibles, CBD therapeutic products, roll your own goods, and more. Don't forget, we have all of the popular tobacco brands at state minimum. We also have incense, organic soaps, essential oils, therapeutic oils, and a variety of apparel and accessories. Operating hours are 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 5. Remember to elevate yourself here at Cloud9 Herbal Gallery.
Look, things like this happen all the time. This you got the money to come up with, we're gonna foreclose on the home.
How can you people live with yourself? How much is it gonna cost for my grandmother to keep her house?
Now, as I was saying, as we were chit-chatting with Char on Akron Hip Hop, as I was saying, we can't just blame the government. We have to hold our own accountability on, how we handle situations. So,
been doing this for a long time, though. The government's been running households way past us, generations. The government's been always involved. They try to take the black man out the house. They try to break up the family. They try to basically put the black man down, basically. And I'll just say all men. Let's just do that. I ain't gonna just say just the black man, but they try to put all men down, take us all out the family.
Okay, but in all honesty, I understand that. I understand that. But my thing is this. As an African American black man, and as having that title, the legend, if you know this and that's how you really feel, then that means you got to start changing, and you got to change it right then in your household at the end of the day. Now, I do believe Bobby had something that she wanted to speak on as far as that was concerned.
Just real quick, I just wanted to touch on, because I didn't want it to just be a fleeting comment or a thought, because first of all, give all due props to this man. He is a single father, or he may have a significant other, but he has a child in his home that he is raising. So kudos to that. He's just not a deadbeat dad. We don't want to send out that wrong message. But the bottom line is this, okay? Y'all need to get out y'all's feelings for that little girl. That little girl, you got one opportunity to get this right with that little girl, okay? And you need to get out your feelings, be a man about it, and exercise your rights, just like Char said. Period, point blank. The excuse making time is over. Lick your wounds, is gone, is dead, is stinking. It's over.
I've reached out.
You got to keep reaching. You can't stop reaching. You can't stop reaching until she 18, and she can reach back to you.
I continue to reach out. As time goes on, she and her mama is going to know that daddy
You tried.
So when she turns 18 and she's looking for daddy, she ain't gonna sit there and say, my mama said you was this, my mama said you was that. I seen that you was reaching out. I don't want to be on Dr. Phil or Maury with her saying, I ain't seen my daughter in 18 years.
Okay, wait a minute. But you are on Chit Chat with Char.
Yeah, with Char. Yeah.
And
Also,
you never know. She might even see this. You never know. This is Akron, Ohio TV-based show. And this is real. This is not something that we just came up with, that we're making up. This is a real issue. This is a real conversation. And hopefully that maybe your daughter will reach out. Maybe this will reach out to someone in her family.
say it, call it what it is, Char. It's trifling. If you somewhere collecting child support, running a man down in the ground or a woman down in the ground financially and keeping their child from them, you trifling. Okay, now go live with yourself. Okay, I want to set an example for my children. Okay, and if I got to put my emotions to the side and my hurt, my pain, and my scorn to the side, because that is what is best for my children. At the end of the day, that is what a mother is supposed to do that has a desire to raise responsible, respectful citizens in society so that they can go out there and be the best that they can be. Okay, you trifling. That's it.
And to the I'm sorry, can I?
I was getting ready to hand the mic off to you, and I wanted to, before you even say to the fathers, I would love for you to have the opportunity just to tell your daughter that you love her before we go, and give the fathers a good, encouraging message.
Well, Amani, if you are watching or when you do see this, I do love you, as you know. I've sent many letters. All of them came back, and some of them just ain't never been seen. So I'll say that, and you already know I love you. Daddy's going to always love you. And to both my boys, little Legend and little Ernie, love you. Now, to the fathers, the ones that are scared to call downtown and get it done, it's not about the money that you got to spend to get your rights for visitation, because you can actually do that indigent. Excuse me, I think I said that correctly. Do it as an indigent. So you can do that too. So don't get scared to do it. Pick up the phone, make it happen. I went through this with my child, my youngest child. Well, excuse me, my second child. Me and the mother are now on good terms and everything is working real well. Y'all can do it too. And if you got TPOs and they won't let you see your children, as some people I know, you could still do it, because they're trying to force you to give up your rights and all of that, because some people are trifling, as Bobby said. So I tell you what, do what you have to do, make it work, make it happen. And if you have a problem, call in, holler at Chit Chat with Char. She'll put you on the show, get a Legend a call, and I'll help walk you through the process that you need to get it done.
I hope you guys were able to take something from this today. And just remember, we just have to bring up these conversations at home, within the community, and at the table. I am your girl, Char Johnson. Check me out at charjohnson.com. You guys know, check us out at akronhiphop.com. This is your girl on Akron Hip Hop TV, YouTube, baby. It's Mecca.